Okay, let's go smoke that joint.
What up? What up? We are back with another draft, and we got a best ball draft going, and we're like 2 rounds in right now. I'm gonna read these out. Dang it! Someone changed their name in Sleeper, and it's like, dang. I got everybody saved by their name and their sleeper name. But man, when people change their usernames, it's like I got to go change a whole bunch of shit so I don't miss anything anywhere. All right, we're going to read out these first couple rounds here, and then we're going to get to smoking. But let's see who's in the chat real quick. Hey, we got our man Derek. What up? What up? Toyota One. What up? What up? Hey, follow Rob Thomas. What up, homie? What up, Rob? Hey, and Tony's here. What up, brother? Yep, and he's Cowboys fan 84. Let's go. And Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. What up? What up? So here goes the first 2.5 rounds. Josh Allen, Jamar Chase, Lamar Jackson, Jaden Daniels, Saquon Barkley, CeeDee Lamb, Joe Burrow, Justin Jefferson, Jalen Hurts, Bijan Robinson, Patrick Mahomes, and Brock Bowers at the 112. Check that out. And Gibbs going at the 2-1. Hunter going at the 2-2. And Tony going high on Hunter, huh? He kind of goes all over the place. I've seen him go as high as that. I've seen him go as low as, what did he go? Like 8th, I think, in 8th round in yesterday's draft, and kind of everywhere in between. Derrick Henry, Bucky Irving, Monroe St. Brown, CMC, Genty, Neighbors, A-Chain, Puka, Jonathan Taylor, and Josh Jacobs at the 212. Hey, shout out to our homie Toker One. What up, bro? I'm just reading off the first couple rounds here, and we're going to get to a little bit of smoking. Round 3, Brian Thomas, Kyler Murray, Nico Collins, Drake London, Kyren Williams, Tyreek Hill, Joe Mixon, Trey McBride, Ladd McConkey, James Cook, and CJ Stroud. All right. And we got one more. The 312 is on the clock right now. So a little encouragement for him.
You can do it!
Let's go. Oh, yes, we can. Hey, and Matt, he asked if we're live. I think he commented, yes, sir. We are live. Or I am live. I always refer to myself as we. Now there goes Caleb at the 312 and Marvin Harrison Jr. All right. Some top sophomores for this year. All right. How's everybody feeling? Everybody have a good weekend? Anybody do anything fun over the weekend that they want to talk about, brag about in the chat? I'm going to smoke this bowl of Sunday Driver. Hey, and shout out to Toker One throwing in a super chat. You the man. I appreciate you. And I know you said you were going to have some songs. So, yeah, just anybody, anytime you feed the jukebox or put in like a super chat for like $2 or more, you can pick a song or a couple songs. And we'll get those going in the background here. Yeah, Tony said my first ever best ball draft. Let's go. And this is a best ball draft like no other because like there's a lot of companies out there that you could do best ball drafts on, but then there's like, it's like these ones where it's like $3, but there's like 50,000 people, in it where it's like damn near impossible to win. I mean, this one, it's going to be very hard for sure. It's going to be very hard. Like it's not going to be easy, to win. I mean, shit, the last year's prize was $5,000. Never going to be easy to win a prize like that. But it's actually attainable in this, like compared to like a lot of these other places where, yeah, 30,000 people, 50,000 people, shit like that. Rob said, try not to beat the fuck out of my kids. Does that count? Shit, it counts, man. It counts. Well, did you try and succeed or did you try and fail? Because I'm with you on that, man. It's easier said than done. And I mean, for us smokers, it's like sometimes, so sometimes the weed saves our kids. I mean, for sure. Because I remember, shit, when I was younger, like my mom, like, man, like there was no controlling her, like screaming at us. I mean, I was one of 4 and, just anytime you have more than like, I don't know, 1 or 2 kids, it's like gonna be very easy for them to like team up against you and like just really like, seem overwhelming. Kill these motherfuckers. All right, let me see. Let's see, which one's this here? The Doobie Brothers. Okay, all right. Dude, we're getting QBs galore now. So after Harrison went at the 4-1, Brees Hall at the 4-2, Herbert at the 4-3, Kamara, and then Bo Nix, Drake May, Dak Prescott, and Baker Mayfield. All right. QBs aplenty flying off the board. This is one of those things. Like, can you win without 2 top end QBs? Yeah, I've seen it done. Like, you don't have to have Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, to win. But do not wait so long that you completely screw yourself on having 2 good QBs. This is for anybody who's just drafting in Superflex in general, let alone in this league. And I didn't get my ass kicked by my 7-year-old, if that's what you're asking. So I have an 8-year-old, and he gets crazy sometimes. When he was younger, like, man, it was like, like he would try to get violent. And then like, then he got a little bit more into wrestling, and I put his ass into wrestling moves. And I'm like, can we use our words instead? Do we got to take it to this level? He's like, yes, I'll use my words. And nice, three of them. Okay, I have 2 for me, 8-year-old and a 1-year-old. 10, 8, and 2. Nice. I bet, are the 10 and 8-year-old, are those both boys? Because around that age is when it gets fucking crazy, right? Like even crazier, because like now they're starting to get a little bigger. Right, Derek? Hey, man, you just got to put them in a headlock sometimes. That's really all it is. Nice headlock just to let them remember who's got all the power. Make those kids dig a ditch, right? I mean, shit. And that was like, I told my ditch digging story. Like, I'm the son of a plumber. And like when he would get like side jobs and shit, there's a lot of times that he'd bring me along. And like, we're talking like, this is maybe like 2000. I'm like maybe like 13, 14, something like that. I'm getting paid $15 an hour. And this is when minimum wage is like $6 or something. But I'm literally digging a ditch. And man, whew, that shit gets tiring. Oh yeah. But yeah, that's punishment. Like Noble had to carry some bricks from like the front yard to the backyard to like help his mom, who was like building pretty much an area just for plants and shit, and she was going to use bricks. It's not even that many. It's like not even huge ones. It's like little fucking, that's like the maybe the 8x2s or something. It's probably maybe like 8 inches long or 6 inches long, and then like 2 inches 2 inches high. So it's not like even crazy, not like the really thick bricks. Like if I was holding these, I could probably hold like 3 of them in my hand like this. But yeah, Noble hated it. He's like, it's like 10 million bricks. It was like 10 total. Okay, where did I leave off at? I left off at Baker. So we're at Chase Brown at the 4-9. Ken Walker, Purdy, and Jared Goff to round out the 4th. And in the 5th round, A.J. Brown, Tua, Jordan Love. Tua, then Jordan Love, then T-Law, then Matthew Stafford, then Chuba Hubbard. Look at all these QBs going crazy at round 4 and 5. JJ McCarthy, Geno Smith, and Justin Fields at the 5-9. There we go. Johnny, what up, brother? Boy, girl, boy. Okay. Which I don't know how much better that is, because I remember there was a time when me and my sister would like fight like cats and dogs, and we were 2 years separate as well. And then there was a time where it was like, I was like not paying attention to anything in our house. Oh, look at this. Rob got a 30-year-old, a 20-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 5-year-old. Man. So you, instead of getting a motorcycle or like something crazy, you just went and had 2 more kids. I respect it. Oh man. How were you guys Like, were you guys going crazy when the second set, when the first of the second set was born? Brown in the house. What up? Rob said my two little ones get on roofs with me. Hey, shit. There you go, man. And 7 and 5. That's old enough to start doing some shit, like any kind of little things. Johnny said my first day as an electrician, I was digging a ditch. I mean, right? Like everything needs to go underground or in the wall or like somewhere, So it's like somewhere is going to be dug. That's for sure. Browns, I miss the days when Brock Bowers went in the 5th round. Man, see, it's like that's why you have to just do so many of these that you hope that you get lucky with something like that. Just hoping that you get lucky, because it's crazy how many times I might have passed on Brock Bowers in like 3rd or 4th round. And like the closer we get to redraft season, the more he's going to go like 1st round or it's like somewhere like right there. I joined last night's draft this morning just to look at it. This one's so much different. I love it. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's my stupid ass. Did it all over again. Oh, man. Brown, this old girlfriend of mine was laying next to me and asked what I was doing. I said, checking my fantasy football. Yeah. It's the girl that I'm cheating on you with. All right. And Tony, I may have taken Hunter too high, but he may be an ADP cheat code. Interesting to see. Yeah, definitely. And see, and here's the thing. The only reason I'm saying you took him a little bit too early is kind of based on the general pulse of drafts in general, startup drafts in general, and like this tournament. Because yeah, I mean, shit, if he's a fucking IDP guy who scores 30 points a week every single fucking week, like, yeah, that's a cheat code, because you're lucky if you get an IDP guy who scores 20 points a week every single week. There's only a few of them. Then there's a bunch who are like, they'll score 20 points a week, but like maybe 3 or 4 weeks, they won't have 20, be a huge percentage of their games, but it won't be every single game. So yeah, I mean, it still remains to be seen how much of a cheat code Travis Hunter is actually going to be, because we really don't know what he's going to do on defense. We don't know how much snaps he's going to be playing on offense. I mean, shit, if he's a guy who gets let's say 3 to 7 targets per game, that is going to be great for like, a guy who could end up in your IDP spot. That's for sure. Hey, Mike in the house. What up, bro? All right, and I think this song actually, I downloaded the song, but I didn't upload it. So here we go. Toker one, my bad. Started getting high and talking, forgotten about the song. All right, let's see. So where are we at here? Where did I leave off? Left off at Fields at the 5-9. Darnold, Laporta, and Penix to round out the 5th round. Then, damn, see, look at the kind of guy. I mean, Garrett Wilson, he hasn't really gone in the 6th, but all those damn QBs, it made people have to make fucking business decisions. Then Terry McLaurin, Bryce Young, DJ, I want to score more. JSN, Hampton, Rashee Rice, Cam Ward, Travion Henderson, T. Higgins, David Montgomery, Devontae Adams, and then 7th round, Connor, Brian Robinson, and RJ Harvey. That's why people are just drafting him lower. So yeah, it's not normal that Chris Godwin's getting drafted above Mike Evans. This would be an outlier for sure. And yeah, of course, Derek's no dummy. Exactly. I mean, it was him who did it. But yeah, definitely an outlier, not the norm. Judy consistent going in the 7th now, was grabbing him in the 9 for a while. Yeah, definitely. I mean, people start paying attention a little bit more to how decent he actually did last year. I mean, it's with Jameis, but if it's Flacco, we should like it, man. I mean, Jerry Jeudy is so talented as a fucking pass catcher and a receiver that I think that being on Denver for so long, everybody forgot how good he actually is. Because he's fucking really good. Denver is just so shitty, and every quarterback that he had was so shitty over there. And then as soon as they get a good one, he's not there. They ship him off. I heard the ship was going the wrong way in another review at List Power. I don't know. Interesting. Yeah, like how did they not know the clearance? Because I mean, that's a big ass ship. And like the Brooklyn Bridge, like it like barely got it there, you know, like barely like hit the top of it. But it, like, man, how do you not know? GW at the 6-1 is insanity. Yeah, it's because of all the crazy QBs. Like, just look at rounds 4 and 5 here with the QBs. I mean, that made a handful of people drop who usually don't drop that far. Totally just made work for you. Botched a trade. The other guys being understanding, allowing us to renegotiate. Which one? I mean, as long as I mean, if I push it through, that's more work. I mean, hitting cancel, that's awesome. Like, then that's easy. And who's it with? Oh, it's because it's yeah, it's because it's song. Don't worry. I wouldn't have let this one go down anyways. You could tell that this was a fuck up. Because, like, why would you trade a higher draft pick plus an IDP player for a lower draft pick? That just wouldn't make any sense. So, yeah, canceled. There we go. Yeah, and song's cool. And I know someone made a good trade with him earlier. I don't know if it was in this league. Let me see. Oh, yeah, you made a good trade with him. And you sent him Purdy. Do you not know that he's a 49ers fan? Just saying, you got to know. Because I feel like I sold him Purdy for more 2 years ago than you sold him. Well, I mean, it was a bit. I mean, you guys have. Yeah, and you sold. No way. You sold them either current Niner players or former Niner players with Deebo Samuel. It's fucking hilarious. Fucking hilarious. Yeah. I bet Song was happy with that trade. Where did I leave off at? I left off at Richardson at the 7-11. We got Judkins to round out the 7th. 8th round. DeAndre Swift, Aaron Jones, Xavier Worthy. X gon' give it to you. Pollard, Myers, Kittle, Russ Wilson.
It's too much of us, it's dangerous. So dangerous, we so dangerous. My Flipmode squad is dangerous.
Caleb Johnson, Chris Olave, Sutton, Addison, and Najee Harris, and then Pickens and DK Metcalf to kick off the 9th round. Yeah, but I got younger and I gained a second in Strange. I know. All those things are true. All those things are true. I do think that you gave up the better side, though. Like, you traded away the better side than what you got. Might not be by much, but, you know, we got to nitpick a little bit. And I don't say these things to, like, talk shit. Like, you know, there's only a handful of people that are watching right now. And the ones who do, I try to give advice where I can. So that's all I'm saying, is you probably should have got a little bit more out of him. That's all I'm going to say. Because you probably would have paid it. Like, being a 49ers fan, sorry, Song, if you're watching. But I just, you know, if you're trading people that people really like, I'd try to get a couple extra draft picks. I'm not saying screw people over, but I'm saying make sure that you get the fair value, or if it's, you know, I know you were just already trying to rebuild, but, you know, I don't know if Song sent you something, you know, trying to get Brock Purdy, but that's always something as well. Like, if you know that someone wants something, it's going to be a little bit of tax on that, you know, especially if you're getting the better guy. And I would say Brock is better than Caleb right now. Q Raider said, tax the 49er fans. I mean, why wouldn't we? You know, I'm not saying tax a lot, you know, but you got to sprinkle in a little bit of tax in there. That's all I'm saying. And he said, no offense taken, constructive criticism is always welcome. Yeah, definitely. And like I said, it wasn't a bad trade. Like, I just would have tried to get more if I was you. That's it. Yeah. And it said they definitely changed the ADP around here. Yeah, definitely. Lots of things have been fluctuating throughout the ADP, and it's good. I mean, it keeps people on their toes as well, because I know there's a bunch of people who kind of just go off of the ADP. I mean, now I don't even go off of the ADP. I search under a different way, or at least have my players listed under it in a different way than by the ADP now. But you always have to know, like, if you're going off the ADP, you have to know who's buried. Same thing with me, like how I'm doing. Like I have to know the people who aren't going to be on the top, so I gotta make sure to put them in somewhere. I have a trade working in one of your leagues to give away Lamar and Derrick Henry. What league? Is it a league I'm a contender in? I'll pay. I'm so torn and want more, but it's Lamar and Henry for Tua, Bucky, Garrett Wilson, and Puka. I mean, that's a lot, right? I mean, that. I mean, the drop off from Lamar to Tua is pretty crazy, but like, there's a lot of people who might say that Bucky's better than Henry right now, for Dynasty. I mean, there's a lot of people who'd value Bucky higher than Henry. And then like shit, then to get Wilson and Puka too. Like, so yeah, I mean, really, it's like, how much of the drop off can you handle from Lamar to Tua? Because obviously Lamar is the best player in this Dynasty trade, and he's, I mean, shit, a top 5 asset in Dynasty Superflex. So yeah, like that's what makes me a little bit nervous, like, about this trade. But yeah, I mean, also, like, it depends on who else you have at QB and running back, but that is a decent haul for sure. Okay, it's 32 Superflex. So yeah, one that I'm not in. That's a decent haul. Who's your other QBs and who's your other running backs? I'm curious. The running back drop off shouldn't even be that great. It's the QB drop off that's like, tremendous. And then, like, if your wide receivers aren't that great, I mean, shit, to bring Puka over, like, that's big time also. And I'm assuming all those guys would probably be starters for you, which, if you can make a trade where you're trading away 2 starters and you bring back 4 starters, I mean, that's just simple math. That's more production in your starting lineup week after week. I won this league last year, but I want to keep myself as a contender for future years. Yeah, I hear that. I mean, it's not like you're trading for a bunch of bums either. Like, the lowest valued guy here probably is Tua, like, out of this whole thing. Like, I think if we were doing a startup draft right now, Puka would be drafted first. I'm talking about of the guys that you're bringing back. Puka would be drafted highest, probably Bucky after that, then Garrett Wilson, and then Tua. So yeah, what other QBs do you have besides Tua? Because if Lamar is, like, so valuable to your team, like, to where, like, you only have one other good QB and that's it, I don't know if I do that. If you have 2 other QBs besides Lamar, and I probably would. Let's see. Where did I leave off at? I left off at Pickens and DK Metcalf to start off the 9th. Then Zay Flowers, Pacheco, Waddle, Kelsey, Ayuk, ETN, Zaire Franklin, Shakira, Roquan Smith, Burden. All right. 10th round. Warren, Hawkinson, Jameson Williams, Caden Ellis, Ridley, Diggs, Javonte Williams, and Deebo Samuel. Yeah, lots of IDP for now. Yeah, I would have went somewhere different than Roquan. Roquan's the man, but because he plays in Baltimore, that hurts his overall production. I personally like the other trade I made, that same league. Yes, I gave up Allen, but got 2 firsts and a second back with May. Yeah, I mean, shit, like, I like what you're doing. I mean, it's almost like you're doing, like, a contender style of, like, rebuild. But man, you had Lamar and Josh Allen. I mean, shit, that's probably a huge reason why you won last year. And JJ gonna start the tight end scramble again today? No, because I'm not in this draft. I'm watching and commentating. But yeah, I mean, you look at the tight ends, it's not crazy. You've only had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tight ends total be drafted right now. So there will be a time when people start going tight end crazy. I'm curious to see when. A lot of it is when we get to like, I mean, kind of like right around now, where it's like the last. Where it's like the last pick in your starting lineup or like your first bench pick, one of the two. That's when people really start like that. That's when they start getting into it. If you haven't hit the thumbs up on the video, make sure you do that for me, peeps. Because I forgot. I'm doing it right now as well. No, I had Allen, Purdy, and Lawrence. Oh. Now I got Williams, May, and Lawrence. You know what? I totally mixed up you and Brown. That's what it was. I thought this was a continuation of Brown's story, even though I'm reading your name. I don't know. But okay, nice. It's tough to trade away Josh Allen. I've still never done it. I don't think. I've traded for him and traded huge hauls for him before. Yes, it's got some in and out. All right, so you guys are going to hear me grubbing a little bit. Crispy said my trade in 16 was desperate. What was it again? I always, I like the trades now, they just come and it's like in and out of my brain because there's like so many trades that are going down right now. All right, how about this? Let me smoke. Let's smoke another bowl or two real quick, and then I got some in and out to grab on here. Let's do this one.
Right now, this is Mac Miller with my homie 3J. You know what I'm saying? It's 420. Pip jar, baby. Get me fucked up, high as hell. Right now, so much weed in my lungs. I'm really high. It's like a fucking movie, except I can't see because I'm so high. Thank you,
it's crazy how low people are on Tua, and not saying they shouldn't be, low on him in the grand scheme of things compared to how high people kind of were in the past. But man, I mean, people are so low that like I traded my 212 for Tua, like rookie draft 212 for Tua. And it was when I was in a league where I was very, very QB needy too. I think it was with Rob. And so happy about my trade in the 31 tonight. JSN was my wide receiver 3 and Brees was my RB4 for Amon-Ra. Nice. Yeah, that's a good tier up. I put Allen on the block in that orphan I got yesterday. Crickets, I might just drop them. Wait, which one did you join yesterday, Rob? Number 18, right? Dang it, I think my team sucks in that one. All right. I'm just gonna throw this out there so I can we could just start the negotiation. Okay? Just because I'm curious where you want to go. JJ, what do you think will happen with Henderson? Which Henderson are we talking about? We talking about the rookie Henderson? I think it's going to be a lot of him and Stevenson.
You're rocking with my nigga 3J.
You the man, Toker one. Nice. Led Zeppelin. All right. Let me go download this song. Dang, Stevenson and 12. Yep, I sent you the trade just to kick off, to make sure I didn't forget. Oh, Hendrickson. Are we gonna get traded, man? Like, it's been an issue. This isn't a recent issue. This has been going on for a long time, and he's hella annoyed. So, I heard the rumor of him going to the Bears. I don't know how true that is or what they'd give up, and if they have enough to like pay him because he wants to swap.
If you wanna come show some love, just smoke my drugs. Hey.
Let him know, Token One. Feed that jukebox. All right. Your song is uploading right now. And Rob, I know you were going to reject the trade. You're supposed to counter it. I want to see kind of where along the lines like you are. Like what would you want for him? I'm sure we'll find a happy medium here. Yeah, bro, I'm an Eagles fan. End discussion, bro. Is Tony still going to jail?
Man, fuck Tony.
Fuck Tony. Nice. About to go this sada burrito and quesadilla. Nice. It's called my taco house. Nice. Mike, so I love the early drafts. Yeah, hell yeah, because there's like, think about all the rookie steals that we got before the NFL draft. You're not getting anywhere close to that anymore. I think that'll encourage people more to join the earlier drafts next year. Because, like, yeah, like everything changes. Like, we obviously know more of what's going on, and like we won't draft injured players, you know, in August, you know, if they've already been injured or whatever. But yeah, just think about how many steals we get. Like, think about how many Brock Bowerses like were got in the 4th and 5th round and shit, you know. There goes Foy. Tony said he fucked up on RB in this draft. Let me see. Because Brees Hall's your top. Well, there's still time. Terry McLovin, love him some clock. Nah, man, is he clock sucking? Let me go see. All right. Let him know. I swore, did he never pick? Was he always on auto? I swore I saw him in earlier. Okay. Every time I see Hunt go early in my 30 rounds, he gets hotter. Yeah, definitely. All right, let's see. Let's get another song going while I finish these fries. Okay. Dude, I mean, for being on auto, I don't know when he went on auto, but his last 4 rounds for IDP have been fire. Uh-oh. Why isn't this working? Why wasn't it good though, Johnny? Was it the age of some of the women? Was it the quality of some of the women? How about that? I assume, do they bring out kind of like a Jabberwockies, like or no, not Jabberwockies. What are those dang it, what are the juggalos? Or do they bring out a juggalo type of crowd? What the insane posses? That's them, right? The insane posse. That's like the juggalos, right? Let me see what you said, Guap. I gotcha. Let's see. All right. Boom. The ladies of Connecticut were not slim. And Tony said, "What's wrong with the juggalos?" Nothing's wrong with them, but it's just like a different there. It's like the opposite of what I assume a Taylor Swift patron would look like. How about that? It's like the exact opposite. A lot of tight ends going here in round 18. Roshan Johnson, Cam Bynum, Crispy got in the zone with Anal Zone. Get in the zone! And Ray Davis, Pitts, Garrett, Miles Garrett, Cooper, Amari Cooper, Wandale Robinson, Julian Love, Isaiah Likely, Goddard. Damn, Aiden Hutchinson at the 18-12. People forgot about Aiden Hutchinson today. Hell yeah, I've been an ICP fan a long time. Hell yeah. I mean, remember the ICP Eminem beef days? Like, those were funny. Those were hilarious days. If you've seen one set of titties, you won't want to see the rest of them. That's hilarious. And Guap said, "And yo, what up, bro?" Ben Schnott and Taysom Hill. All right. Nah, no problem, bro. Today's draft filled a little quicker than some of the previous drafts. But yeah, man, we got drafts every day. So don't apologize. Because we got more. Let's see. It's another good song that we can play right now. No, I'm not. Just giving thoughts on today. We got wide receiver and IDPs going now. Let's see. Oh, Rashad Bateman. MN fell for the bait, man. Nice. Giants, I should be able to hop in tomorrow's. Nice. What's tomorrow's? Tomorrow is You Don't Know Bo. That's a good one. Yeah, we're in the ESPN 30 for 30 segment of the tournament. So we got You Don't Know Bo, Elway to Marino on Tuesday. The Bad Boys Slow is filling up. Winning Time Slow will be next. Got the 85 Bears. Got Brian and the Boz on Thursday. Rand University on Friday. Straight out of LA on Saturday. Trojan War on Sunday. Chasing Tyson on Monday. Let me just read some of these because I know we got a lot of good ones. Well, Airheads isn't a 30 for 30 movie, but that one got snuck in right there. Doc and Daryl, that's a good one. Catholics versus Convicts. This Was the XFL. Year of the Scab. Nature Boy. The Two Bills. Dion's Double Play. Vic. Sayao. That's where the winning that's where the winning team came from. Last year was out of the Sayao division. That was number 100. Let me go double check. Make sure I'm not wrong about that. Let's go see. Nope, I am wrong. The winning division was the Rocky 2 division 113. The Seau division produced the second highest scoring team. Yeah. Not then the second highest scoring team still won $1,700. So yeah, if you end up finishing first or second, you are going to be very stoked about the payouts. And yeah. Yeah, let me see how I have it listed. Yeah, we're on our way. We're on our way to 150. And when we get to 150, the payouts are going to be 5,400 for first, 1,800 for second, 900 for third, 700 for fourth, 400 for fifth, 350 for sixth, 250 for seventh, 200 for eighth, 175 each for ninth and 10th. And then it kind of goes all the way down through 75 people in the money. And that would be so if there's 75 people in the money, that means there would be 150 teams that made it to the championship, because it's the top 50% that make it in the money. And that's when we get to 150 divisions, which we're well on our way for that. Guaps, I'll just be happy to get my money back. Man, and seeing like that's what's crazy. Like the very first time like we had this tournament, it was someone who I never would have thought like would have won it, you know, because he didn't even know that much about fantasy football the first year we did it. But we only had 120 teams in like the very first year. And yeah, you just never know what's gonna happen. Like, trust me, like there's a bunch of teams that you might not feel like deserve to be in the playoffs or whatever, but they went on some crazy run, like right at the end of the season, you know, just to like sneak in. And then now somehow they're in the final week. So anything could happen. And more or less, this is really like this whole tournament was created for like draft practice. Like this is like draft practice for us. This is us getting in the gym, you know, right now, getting our reps in. And because we're going to have a lot of drafts, whether it's dynasty drafts, whether it's redrafts later. And yeah, so this is like draft practice, but mock drafts suck for draft practice because like, you know, like unless you're doing a mock draft with I'm sure never mind. I was going to say, I'm sure we'll have mock drafts, but like we might not, like it might just be like a bunch of these that are going on. And because yeah, mock drafts suck. Like people don't do what they would actually do in mock drafts. It's like that's like real practice. This is like practice drafting, but we got hella stakes like on the line. Hella stakes on the line. And yeah, Rob, you ever have a tie? Yeah, hell yeah. Like never where it counted for like anything like money wise where it made a difference or like, you know, anything like that. But yeah, there's been random ties, and that's what's crazy because like 15 starters, right? Like 15 starters, like there's so many different variables that could be going on. And I actually had a tie last year. I'm pretty sure it was me and Big Tons. I don't remember in what division or anything. And he's the one who brought it up to me. I don't even like check my scores like that because I have so many teams. I'll just randomly check like my record. And he checked. It was like, dude, we fucking tied. I was like, oh man, is that going to ensure that we don't get into the playoffs now because of a fucking tie? Hey, Ghost Monkey, what up, bro? And he said, what up, play? I said, mock drafts suck. Hell yeah, man. Much rather do this because when people put money down, doesn't even matter how much money, $5 or $10, like people put down money like they're going to try to win and put their best foot forward. Not saying people won't do some crazy things sometimes, but you know, we see people doing like hella stupid shit in mock drafts in like the first like 3 rounds and then they just quit, you know? Like, I mean, maybe we've had that happen like a couple times where we've had someone like draft a handful of picks and then just auto draft the rest. There's usually a reason why. It's usually not because like he tried a couple things and like, you know, and then they just didn't like it. All right. Ah, see, Roman Wilson in the 22nd. I mean, that's better than yesterday in the 17th or whatever it was. But man, can't get these guys at value anymore. The odds of a tie with 19 spots is pretty dramatic. You know what's crazy? Like the league that you joined, the WWF 18, we have 19 starters in that style of league, and I have a bunch of those styles. I've seen ties in there. 19 fucking players, 10 offensive and 9 defensive players, and still a tie. Like it's just and you can't have duplicate players because it's people in the same league. We're not just talking about the same score. You know, same score, exact same league. Like, what are the fucking odds? Like, so many variables. All right. Crispy, who else there besides Wilson? Shit, not a lot of, I mean, 2 Green Bay wide receivers just went. Wicks and Dubs in the same round. I mean, I'm sure there's people, but yeah, it's, you know, it's kind of crazy. Let me see. I'm checking this out. Oh, I know where you should go on this one, Guap. All right. And we're in round 22. We are pushing. Let's keep it pushing. Hold on. There's a perfect song to keep it pushing to. Where is it? Where is it? Where the fuck is it? Where the hell is this? Hold on. We're going to find it. I got so many damn songs in here. Oh. All right. Let's go check this out, Brown. I'm assuming this is the trade that you were talking about here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, way better. Oh, wait. Oh, you're giving up Mahomes now. Yeah. See, it's still a top end like QB, but now, like, I mean, either way, Patrick Mahomes and Lamar, like, they're still both top end guys. But so, yeah, so the trade went down. It's Patrick Mahomes and Breece Hall for. Wait, this changed, didn't it? Tua, Swift, Bigsby, and Puka. Things definitely changed from what you said initially. Not bad of a trade, but what do you guys say? What do you guys want? Oh, not in that trade. Okay, made it with someone else, dude. Crazy. It was with someone else, and it's like very similar to what you were saying. Yeah. So Mahomes and Breece Hall for Tua, Swift, Bigsby, Puka. Yeah, that's right, because you said it was going to be Lamar and Derrick Henry that you would be trading away, right? Very similar, though. Okay. All right, some IDP to kick off round 24. Drew Tranquill, Nubin, and we got Harold Landry. And let's get a little roll call. I think we got a few new people in here as well. Let's do an ASL. Let's put in your age and your location. We don't have to put our sex. The ASL, bringing it all the way back. But yeah, let's start in. I'm in Vegas. And I'm 39. Yeah, let's get a roll call because I know when everyone knows each other a little bit better, just gets the community a little bit more tight knit. And A lot of people in here we're going to be drafting with a bunch. All right. Tony, 40 in Florida. Let's go. 23, non-binary, Cali. Okay, 2 miles from the Florida Panthers arena. Okay, cool. 44, Chicago suburbs. Let's go. 64 in Louisiana. 49 in Modesto. Phil said old as fuck in South GA. Let's go. Pam, 57 in Philly. See, we got people all over the place in age and in location. 39 male, he, she. South Carolina, let's go. And Johnny, 69, your mom's nethers.
69, dudes!
Guap said with a name like Philip, he got to be at least 50. Oh, man. All right. Rob, 47 in Fresno. There we go. All right. Mike, 27 in Minnesota. What happened? Said the fucking draft glitch. Sometimes you gotta fucking go out, leave the draft, and then come back. If you go away from the draft for anything, text message, I don't know, fucking anything, you have to back out of the draft and then go back in. It sucks, man. It's like such a flaw with Sleeper. It really is. Man, look at Derek. He's getting the right guys, but fuck, Leonard Williams in the 24th round? Man, come on, man. We got to keep him more of a secret than that. I love getting him in the 30s. And Pam said Sleeper ADHD. Yeah, for sure. For sure. It's always fucking up, man. I mean, for me, it's probably because I have so many leagues on one account. Because, like, I have every best ball league that's on here and all the different fucking... I have somewhere in between 400 and 500 leagues on Sleeper. I'm not an active manager in each of those, but it's either the best ball drafts or dynasties that I'm commissioning. Yeah, you have to refresh your page or you might miss your pick. Yeah, it fucking makes no sense. Hate that shit. Yeah, I said Derek was on the clock and it jumped in past me. Yeah. Yeah, that something weird happened to me where like yesterday, like someone autoed right in front of me and then it auto picked my pick as well. I was so pissed because it auto picked fucking CJ Mosley and I'm not drafting CJ Mosley this year at all until we know where he's fucking landing. And yeah, so I burned like a fucking 20th round pick or something yesterday because of that. And I was like sitting here watching it. Like I didn't leave. Like my phone was in draft mode. I didn't move it. And I'm watching it on the screen, like ready. Like, oh, he's about to auto. I'm going to get ready to make my pick. And then it went auto. And I was so pissed. Because I didn't have anybody in my queue. And it just took fucking CJ Mosley. So fucking pissed. Let's see. What's another song we can get going? But what I like on Sleeper is where the chats, I like to get happy and talk crap. Yeah, see, because like I haven't used ESPN in such a long time, but I feel like there's like a forum, but there's not like an actual league chat. And then like Yahoo, the league chat's in like a weird ass spot that you like don't get notifications from. So yeah, that is probably one of the best things about Sleeper is the league chat and how that's like right there on the homepage is pretty much like the main thing, you know, like on the homepage. And like, yeah, that makes a huge difference. because I won't even use anything besides Sleeper now. Like Sleeper's not perfect, but it's the best of all the majors, and like I don't even like any of the the minor league ones. Like we only use fan tracks for the NFL playoff leagues, and if Sleeper ever had it to where we could play in the NFL playoff leagues, we wouldn't use fan tracks. But yeah, one day I will be a part of building the best fantasy football platform around. Pam, you ever use Flea Flicker? I used it before. I don't like it. I just don't like the layout. It's too old. It's too old looking and too like not user friendly. ESPN wasn't too bad when I did a redraft last year. Yeah, I mean it's not horrible. Like I've done draft, like some people like pay me to do drafts for them, and then they'll just like send me the login or whatever, and I'll just log in and like most of the time it was ESPN people. Then I just do it from my computer, and then they would deal with the rest after that. But yeah, I don't like ESPN. Oh, I got a question for everybody. Okay. I want everybody to think long and hard about this and give me as many answers as you want. So I'm kind of taking notes. What is, as a fantasy football manager, what are some of the biggest resources that you try to find? I'm not talking players. I'm talking like resources, like some of the ideas that I have right now that were given, because I made this post on Patreon, but nobody responded. But here's a couple responses from Facebook. Snap percentage, touches, target market share, red zone opportunity, red zone percentage, wide receiver, cornerback matchups. So along those lines of resources, what would be some big resources that you guys are like wanting to find, trying to search for, those kind of things? Let me know, because I'm in the works of building like an actual website. Like Patreon's still going to be a thing, but like I'm going to have a website like as well, where I'm just going to have a bunch of shit like listed off that I'll be able to change and update. And so like different than just posts going out. Hell yeah, Johnny said, I love the playoff leagues. Those are so fun, man. Like that's where the real degenerates come to play. And like that's initially how a lot of people found me, because I was promoting those in 2021 playoffs. And it's like people knew me from Facebook and like, but a handful of people got in from like the YouTube peeps and the Patreon peeps, and then like a bunch of randos found me in the Facebook group because of that, wanted to get in. Scott said, you on X? Yes, sir. FF Hustler 420. And it's pretty much FF Hustler 420 everywhere. I don't post an insane amount on Twitter. I post a lot on YouTube and the YouTube shorts. Post a lot on TikTok and the like their shorts or whatever, and then Facebook as well. If you go to fantasyfootballhustler.com, that'll kind of get you like everywhere that I am. Snap percentage, I think. And I think you might have been the one that said that too. Weekly DL matchups. Okay. Yeah. Lions did me in the playoff leagues. Me too. I didn't do good in any of the playoff leagues because I bet on a lot of Lions. I thought they were going to make it to the NFC championship. And yep, you and me both, brother. We got fucked on that. And Pam, snap percentage, wide receiver, cornerback matchup, red zone stats. Okay, cool. I got those ones. Pending court cases. Hey, you know what? I'll put that there. Like, I know it's like funny, but like people are interested in that kind of shit, right? Podcasts, okay. But like, I understand the podcast, Brown, but like, what kind of info do you want to hear on the podcast? Because I am, like right now is probably like the least amount of content that I will be doing throughout the year, on on a weekly basis. Like, you know, we only do what, 4 to 7 shows like per week right now. So very, very slim compared to like what it's going to be. But, you know, there's going to be a lot of things where like shit, I'm like recording like 5 to 10 minute podcasts about just a certain specific situation is going to be something that I do a lot as we move forward, because it'll be good content for uploaded videos. It'll be content that could be used in the short form videos, and then it could be like audio podcast stuff as well. Yes, sir. And Scott, is this your first time here to the channel? Just curious, because I know there's a handful of Scots that follow, and so I don't remember like the 1275 or anything. Johnny say you smoked me in the finals in the 20 because you smashed your DL starts and sits. Oh, that's good to hear. Let me go back and look. Let me see. Let's go back and look at that. It's always nice to reminisce, you know, especially over a championship when you know it's like a crazy like championship too. Me and Johnny had one for the ages. Let's go see this. I feel like I have Van Ginkel in this league. I got Van Ginks in a lot. Well, Leonard Williams, that was one of the, yeah, Leonard Williams with 32. And Kyle Van Noy had 15. And Zach Allen, I had him because of the time of when he played. I had Zach Allen in the IDP with 40, in the IDP flex with 40. And then, yeah, if we go look on like my DLs, shit, the only other DL that I have on my bench got 3 points. Yeah, crazy. There we go. So, yeah, Zach Allen and Leonard Williams combined 72 points. Ooh, yeah. I mean, just those 72 points. I mean, shit. Zach Allen scored more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of my offensive starters. I did have Jaden Daniels in there at 52 points, and I did have Sam Darnold in there at 44 points. Nice. Nice. That was a good matchup, Johnny. That was a good matchup. Definitely one of the tougher ones. But yes, my see, because last year what I did, remember I had, for people who were following on Patreon last year, for paid members, I did like a linebacker breakdown, like what linebackers, like when they're in a plus matchup, when they're in a mid matchup, when they're in a negative matchup, based on how linebackers were like scoring against the other teams. And I did the same thing for DBs, but I feel like really just doing it for the defensive line, because like no matter what, defensive line they're one of the toughest to gauge, less of them to go around, and in IDP 1, 2, 3 defensive linemen, that might be like where they're the least valuable, I guess, and they're still super valuable. But in a lot of these other IDP formats, the defensive linemen are usually fucking like key. So yeah, so I think that is one thing that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to mark that down. Yeah. I don't even know what I'm going to call that, but yeah, we'll figure that out. But we'll figure that out. Pending suspensions. Okay. Yeah. Just important it will just be important to know as more information becomes relevant. Hey, Scott, say yes and subscribe. You the man. So almost every day it's around 6 p.m. West Coast time, 9 p.m. Eastern when I'm going live and we're doing these drafts. We have a draft every single day at that time, and I'm usually live for a good portion of them. And a lot of fantasy football advice during the season. It's probably going to be more advice posts coming on the short form videos as well. So guys, make sure that you're on the lookout for the short form videos. Like right now I'm posting a lot of trade stuff, but as we move on with just, more advice that I'm going to be giving for anything, could be fucking anything. A lot of it's going to be in short form as well, because that just gets like way more views, so it's not like I'm not going to do things in video form, but it's going to be both. Leonard fucking Williams, baby. Still one of the highest paid defensive linemen. I like the stats as far as the snap share percentage. Perfect. Giants had upgraded there this year. Watch out. Oh, well, hopefully I did too. I can't remember who I drafted over there. First draft, I didn't get Zach Allen. It's probably because Crispy fucking got him. Yeah, dude, look, Crispy in the fucking 26th round took Zach Allen. Yeah. I'm just gonna have to we're just gonna have to handle biz. I don't know. Feel so my teams lack DL. I mean, I feel like most people's weakness on IDP is DL, but it's because there's less of them to go around. That's why. Like not a lot of good ones to go around either. Like that's like a big thing. And yep, Mike, you can get a grade tonight. You'll be first, my brother. Johnny said turn Tracy and Waddle into A Rich into Henry Adams and T-Law. That league will be mine. Oh yes, she will be mine, you motherfucker. And it's super hard to do any kind of back-to-back in these leagues. So yeah, being the champ, like there's no time to rest. And like I see people making moves, and it like you got to be patient around this time as well, because this is where you can shoot yourself in the foot, like trade wise. But yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna make moves too. All right, Toker 1, you're after Mike. K2, you're after Toker 1. And Anthony, Tony said my grade's a B. No need. Now I'm grading you, bro, because you got to hear it. You want to hear the feedback. Like that's how you learn, right? Is like literally getting the feedback. It's not I grade you and I shit on you. Like you'll understand the parts of the show that are like making fun on purpose or whatever. But no, this is a lot of it's just constructive criticism. No one ever wants to trade with the champ either. I mean, hey, you already know, bro, because everybody wants to feel like they're getting the better end of the deal. And so that's why I don't like, bullshit trades have approached me that I didn't want to deal with. I just gotta remain patient, not make any emotional trades, because my team's good, as is yours. But my team's fucking good, man. And dang it, I still haven't cut all the people that I need to cut over here. Yeah, team's fucking good. And I did add D-line. Michael Williams, let's go. I did fucking add more DL. Let's go. All right. Yeah. Oh shit, I got Justin Fields in this league. That fucking bum. So yeah, my QBs. I got 4 QBs here. I got Jaden Daniels, Tua, Fields, and Darnold. And I got Danny Pesos in this one. This is the one that I hated because of Danny Pesos for the longest time. Yeah, Scott said exactly. You want to learn. Yeah, because that's how you get better. And I know you're going to do more of these. Like, I mean, they're too fun not to. I think I'm in like 26 out of the 80 that we've done so far. And, there's people that are in a big percentage of these as well. Well, yeah, I think he will be better than what he was last year, but he still sucks to me. I still portray him as someone who sucks. He's got to get his shit together. Like that's one thing is like, when I make these stances on players and I end up being right, it like Fields, like Anthony Richardson, Will Levi's. I mean, Malik Willis. I mean, there's a handful of people who were drafted a lot recently. Kenny Pickett, who just like I was so out on and just like not wanting any fucking part of them. It's like they really got to prove it to me that I changed my tune, because I'm not going to be one of these guys who's just like super wishy-washy about like going back and forth like on my takes, you know, especially like Anthony Richardson. Like I know that motherfucker bulked up. You can't bulk up your head though. Like, and that motherfucker's going to get smashed again. That's the one where I sniped you for Nick Martin. Okay. Thanks for the reminder, jackass. You know what I think of you right now, Johnny?
He's a pedantic, pontificating, pretentious bastard, a belligerent old fart, a worthless, steaming pile of cow dung, figuratively speaking.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope if Nick Martin and Michael Williams both start right away. Because if they do, where I put them on my list and where people like myself, you, and other people who follow the channel closely, you know where we're getting these guys. Like, those are the kind of guys who like really make an impact. You know, there's so many fucking rookie IDPs that could be in our taxi squads for 2 years. They could be in our taxi squads for 2 years and then never fucking play ever, you know? So it's like getting the ones and knowing the ones that like have the best chance to start right away. When they do, it feels good. Like Brisker was one of those guys. Like I was telling everyone, like, watch, Brisker is going to start. You need to take him as like damn near first IDP, like off the board. And like, even though he hasn't been as great as he was initially, like, you know, when he was a rookie, like he tore it up. Tony is fortunately as a UF fan. I love Anthony Richardson. I think it was used badly in Florida. Okay. Yeah, and seeing like I don't even watch like much college at all. I feel like it kind of it would sway my opinions on like grading these guys, because like I'm not grading them based on what they did in college. Like I'm grading them based on where they land. I'm grading them based on like the metrics that I see and like the combine, because like other things too, but like all these guys are fucking talented. Like all these guys had fucking great stats like in college, you know? Here was Crispy's trade. So Crispy traded away Marvin Harrison Jr., the 102 and the 202 for Patrick Mahomes, James Cook, Chase Brown, and the 301. This is a fucking insane trade. It's a fucking insane trade. You never said yesterday Kobe King on your list. I'm confused. So high. I love college sports more than NBA for sure. It was not even close for the NFL. Yeah. And even that, like, I'll watch like, I see, like, not even March Madness. Like, I just can't get into it. Like, fourth quarter, I'll watch the fourth quarter of basketball games, but it's like I just can't get into basketball games anymore. Like, I really can't. Baseball, same way. It's like I'll watch the end of the, you know, I'll watch like the last half of the game or whatever. Yeah, NBA is a joke. It's just so fucking boring now. So fucking boring. Like, look what LeBron did to the NBA. LeBron legit ruined the NBA. Legit. Basketball is my favorite sport. But what? But the NBA. Oh, but the NBA. Yeah. So what? You like the WNBA? You like NCAA W? NCAA M? Oh, you asked about the rookie LB the Vikings took. His name was Kobe King. Oh. No. So there's a Kobe King basketball player and a Kobe King football player. Okay. Taken in the 6th round. Let's see. Kobe King is behind Brian Cashman or Blake Cashman and Brian Asamoah. Asamoah, such a fucking flop. Yeah, so Kobe King's got his work cut out for him. He might have to wait until next year to get in front of Cashman. Sounds good, Derek. You'll be after Tony. All right. And what's his name in here? Tony's the Cowboys fan. Cowboys fan, what, 34, something like that. Mike says, "Shay, you can shit on my drafts. I love hearing opinions and learning." Let's see. Okay. All right, Guap, I got you. Rob, you'll be after Derek. And so he's a long plan now, just next 2 years. There'll be a changing of guard and that'll be a miss. So yeah, for sure. Definitely. Whew. Yeah, it's like super tough because like a lot of my teams, man, it's like they're so deep and it's like it's tough, like because I don't want to like drop offensive guys to pick up defensive guys. Like, gotta have like a healthy mix. And I know there's some leagues where it's like I got way more defensive guys on the bench because it's just like it's easier to get better defensive guys. There's more of them to go around. Okay. Here we go. All right. Before we get in, reminder, if you are not a Patreon member, make sure you go get signed up. It's 420crew.com. You can sign up as a free member. You can sign up as a paid member, and the paid members get access to a lot more information. You'll see, I mean, the higher the tier you go, you can get one-on-one advice from me as well. I recommend the all access or the ultimate priority tiers. And free members, you could stay in the loop with literally everything coming from the leagues that are opening up, like these best ball leagues, news, and there's a whole bunch of things that I post. But the paid members, yeah, you're going to get access to a lot more statistical breakdowns, rankings, advice, and a whole bunch of things. And like the free members, you'll get it eventually too, but you'll get it when it like comes to YouTube, and then I'll post it in the group and all that. But the paid members get everything pretty much as it comes out of my brain and hits paper. And you support the show. The show is 100% fan funded. Okay. Here we go. Start off with the QBs. Burrow, Drake May, JJ McCarthy, and the others down here, Gabriel and Howell. Okay. I mean, Burrow's an A. Drake May is like a B to me, and JJ is like a C plus to me. But I think I can't put this below a B plus, so we'll say B plus for the QBs. RBs, CMC, Mixon, Hampton, and that's it. I think that I can't give this. It's either a B plus or a B, and I just don't think I could give it a B plus. So we're going to call it a B. Wide receivers, pass catchers, Evans, Kittle, Ayuk, Diggs, Reed. Diggs and Reed. Looks like a solid B to me right there. Yeah, Chris said, "What's the value on Vele?" Shit, slim and none. I don't know. Like, I don't even think he has any value. Like trade value. Is that what you're talking about? Like, I don't think anybody's trading for Vele. IDP, Henley, Van Ginkel, EJ Speed, Miles Garrett, Jonathan Grenard, Kirby Joseph, Trayvon Walker, Adebo, Haywood, Sane Ristil, Witherspoon. So how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. And the top 5 are Henley, Van Ginks, Garrett, Grenard, and Kirby Joseph. I'm gonna give it a B plus. It's definitely among that range. Can't give it an A though. And bench, Jordan Mason. Is he backing up? No backup. Taron Jones, Jordan Mason, Hollywood Brown. Oh, totally. Yeah. I don't know why I keep skipping over speed, but B plus either way. But yeah, B plus either way. But I don't know why I missed him when he was right above Miles Garrett. So Jordan Mason, Hollywood Brown, Bateman, Hopkins, Mason Taylor, Justice Hill. I wonder if Mason Taylor is just going to get in there right away. Deontay Johnson, Conklin, Giddens, and Felton. Fuck, and I skip craft too. Dude, I swear, some of these colors just really fuck with me. They really need to change either the tight end color or the DL color. Cause it's like it goes both ways. Like if I'm reading the defense, I like almost skip over that color because I think it's a tight end. And then the other way around, if I'm reading off offense, I fucking skip over it because I think it's a DL. Fuck. I hate it. And I mean, mainly it is kind of Mason, Brown, Kraft. I don't even know if Bateman and Hopkins would be in this. The handful of guys that you have that like make me want to put it over the C threshold into a B minus, and that goes both ways, like my ex-wife. So we'll say B minus on the bench. So what was that? It was a B plus, a B, a B, a B plus, and a B minus. Okay. And really, like, man, if the bench is like a B minus or over, I mean, if it's like a B minus, it's almost like neutral. I almost like don't even grade it down. It's like if it's a C plus, I'll grade it down a little bit. And then if it's a B, that raises whatever average a little bit. So yeah, this one's going to be, I mean, this one's really solid. It was a very, very good start here. And this is going to be an 87 overall. There we go. Okay. Now, Toker 1. You the man, Mike said, thanks for the great A plus show as always. Happy I could join. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. All right. Appreciate you, my brother. There we go. The Bayou. Okay. I'll have to pack another bowl here in a sec. We got a few grades to go. Okay. Kyler Murray, Purdy, Tua, and Jacoby Brissett. So we got one of the three backups. I am going to say, Johnny said, fun fact, I just had my worst startup in a couple years. What league was that? Yeah. Huh. I'm going to say a B for this. I was trying to think if, because you have 3 of these guys, if I should bump it up to a B plus, but we're going to call that a B. Because I don't think, Kyler Murray and Brock, I'm sure you can make an argument for them being inside the top 10, but it feels like they're drafted right outside the top 10 more often than not at QB. Running backs, Taylor, Montgomery, Brian Robinson.
Caught a bullet in his bubble goose. He caught a bullet in his bubble goose. You can be at the party getting loose, but you can catch a bullet in your goose.
So only the 3, huh? Jonathan Taylor's like a B plus for me. And then Monty and Brian Robinson are they're both B minuses. I think we're going to call this a B. We'll call that a B as well. Wide receivers, Chase, Addison, Metcalf, Jennings, and then Andrews in the mix as well. I'll give it a B plus. It was a friends league. I joined when I was really high. When I was really high and has ridiculous scoring, he knew I'm too much of a degenerate to say no with 3 plus. With plus 3 tight end premium, it's only $30. But that's my last offense only ever. Yeah. It's tough not to do the IDPs and the startups now because it's more fun. You just have way more leeway on things, and I just think it's the best. It's the best way to do it. What did I say for that? Yeah, B plus for the wide receivers. IDP, Bobby Okereke, Buda Baker, Quay Walker, TJ Watt. Hey, Jordan Battle.
What's up, guys? I'd like to shout out Alex Fantasy Football Hustler and the 420 crew. I'd also like to let you guys know that defensive players matter too. So get into the IDP league with the Hustler so you can drive players like myself. Let them know, man. Defensive players matter, man. And we make plays just as much as the offense.
There we go. And Delpit, Daniil Hunter, Alex Highsmith, Stutzman. You think Stutzman is going to play this year, bro? That was like a taxi squad dynasty guy. That's it on defense. So how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's 9, but Stutzman is not going to play. Barring injury, right? Yeah, I guess anything can happen. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. I was going to be done with dynasties this year, but because I had so much fun with the redraft last year, I want to do all the silly ones this time. Yeah. Hell yeah. I started with Amon-Ra St. Brown, but then I got his ass. But went and got the ass end of the wide receiver tier the rest of the draft. I ended up weak at wide receiver and no RBs under 25. Oh, man. It happens. If you're in contention to win this year, shit, that's all that matters. There's always people who, try to trade, get everything so young that you're be able to compete for years and years. But those people who want to compete for years and years, sometimes they never compete for this year. It's always just years and years and years because it's like a mentality. Okay. So I think Florida Panthers teabagging the Maple Leafs in Game 7. Oh shit. I'm paying zero attention to the Stanley Cup. I did attend a Stanley Cup Game 7 once. It was when the Kings made it in 2012, I think. And Game 7 was in LA. So what am I gonna give this? I mean, your top 4 are fire. I just feel like you drafted Jordan Battle too early because he's like technically your 5th. Yeah, he's technically your 5th and shouldn't be that close to the top. I'm gonna say a B for this one because it is still pretty solid. Just gotta get nitpicky sometimes. And bench. Bench would start off with Kincaid, Goddard, Schnott, Douglas, Schultz, Dowdle, Gordon, Sanders, Boutte, Noah Fant, Matavo, Juwanna Johnson, Washington. What is this? Who's this? Marcus Yarns. Okay, Marcus Yarns. I grew up on the river next to the Florida Panthers arena. My first job was there. Cool. Only pay attention to the playoffs when they're in. Yeah, I believe it. Hell yeah. So for that bench, I think I'm gonna give it a B minus. The IDPs still. The IDPs. The tight ends. They make me want to bring it there. Crispy said, "Damn, I'm running low on drafts. I know all the rookie drafts are done, but don't worry. 2 more are starting on Tuesday. Well, yeah, 2 more are starting on Tuesday, and we got another one that just got filled, the number 16. But I didn't realize when I looked at some of the managers, like even though they paid, like some of these motherfuckers have been off the map that I haven't heard from in a long ass time, and like guys who have not messaged me back like about other leagues that I removed them from." So yeah, we got to see what the fuck is going on because I don't just want to replace them like outright, but also like nowhere to be found. I've been trying to get a hold of him for months. I mean, one of the guys, fucking extra sauce Dion. Where the fuck you at, Dion? Like, man, I mean, I have his number. I texted him. I called him, hit him up on Facebook. Like nothing, sleeper, nothing. So we'll grow up. I was in the 4th grade. Oh shit, when they moved to that arena. Okay. So nice. Cool. Okay. Now, let's see how this all maybe could use a redemption draft. Let's go. All right. So, QBs, B, running backs, B, wide receivers, wide receivers B plus, and then it was a B for the bench, and then or a B for the IDP, and then a B minus for the bench. So 3 B's, a B plus, and a B minus. I mean, like I said, B minus is there. I mean, they're going to be neutral there, and so yeah, this one, 86. 86 overall. There we go. And Rob said, "What's up with the 21?" I'm pretty sure it's one person who I have no idea what's going on. He's in like 2 dynasties. I mean, I'm just going to double check if I'm right about that. Pretty sure it's Street Soldiers. Yeah, it's Street Soldiers. Finally got back to me like, I don't know, a week ago and was like, "Hey, can I pay on Friday?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, man." And then, but now it's Sunday and he hasn't paid. And like, I'm just like messaging him, like, "You all right? What's going on, bro? Come on. Everybody wants to draft. Everybody's antsy. Let's go." So we're waiting still. We're waiting. Yeah, hopefully he resurfaces soon. Metcalf as a team's clear. Wide receiver 1, the 9th, great value. Yeah. Let me see. All right. Sounds good. K2. I know you said yours first, but we're going to, just because Anthony's got to like pass out and like soon to go to work. We're just going to do his real quick first, and then we'll hop into yours. So where is he here? Cowboys fan. There we go. Okay. QB start. Mahomes and Stroud, Richardson. You should have tried to get Richardson's backup, Danny Pesos, and then Watson a little bit later. You guys see that Watson got married? I think he's hung up his towel. His days are done. Mahomes like a B+ to me. CJ Stroud is like a B- probably to me. And then Richardson's like a C to me. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a B overall for those guys, for the QBs. And then running backs, Breece Hall, Aaron Jones. Whew. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, luckily, Breece Hall's like, he's kind of like a B-. He's kind of like a B or a B- to me. We'll call it a B. And Aaron Jones, he's like a B-. Aaron Jones is probably like a C+ actually. So we'll just call that a B-. And hung up his towel as wild. He did. He hung up his towel, man. He's out the game. He's out the massage game. Let's see. Wide receivers, Hunter, and the wide receivers, pass catchers, Hunter, Laporta, McLaurin, and Hawkinson and Pearsall. I mean, lucky for you, you got 2 tight ends in the tight end premiums. That kind of ensures that it won't go too low. I think I'm going to give it a B is what I'm going to give for the wide receivers. So what was that? A B, a B-, and a B. IDP, Roquan. You could have took him a little bit later. There's probably just better people you could have got over him. He is a dog, though. Fucking love Roquan. Roquan, Fred Warner, Micah Parsons. You used to have to draft Micah Parsons in like the 8th or 9th round until I kept reminding people he's not worth that draft capital. He never pays it off points wise. And so now you're able to get him in the 13th. Bynum and Tyrese Knight. Right? That's the top 5. Not too shabby. Newbin, Davis, Henry H2O. Oh, you did it. Oh, Kenneth Murray. Oh, he sucks. I hate Kenneth Murray. It's all right. Someone has to do it every time. And at least it was in the 30th round. And then Kobe Bryant and Makuba. Oh yeah, I forgot you're a Cowboy fan. Oh man, he sucks. Just get Jack Sanborn. He's probably gonna do better than Ken Murray. Ken Murray is gonna figure out a way to fuck it up. He always does. Always. So how many did you get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11. Okay, solid. So, I mean, your starters, very, very solid. Very good. I mean, Newbin's solid. Davis, he's whatever. Henry H2O, kind of whatever. Ken Murray fucking sucks. Kobe Bryant's good. He's kind of whatever. And then Makuba, he's going to be a backup. You don't really want to draft too many IDP rookies. Probably none at all is a better way to go. Your starters are really good though, and so that's what's going to keep the average up here. The bench, I really only like Newbin, who's on your bench. The others, well, no, and I'm just telling you, it's round 35. Yeah, there's no issue. You could blow a whole bunch of draft picks, and it doesn't mean you can't win. Like the champion last year had 3 players in the top 10 that got injured and went out for the season. So no, it's not about using the draft pick. It's just telling you, you might as well not waste a draft pick on guys like that, because he's probably not going to play, like barring injury or not, like there's probably like starters that you could pick. That's a better pick than that. So that's all I'm saying. Again, I'm giving you the expanded breakdown a little bit, just so you know what's up. But I mean, because of your starters, I'm still going to put this at a B. And bench kicks off at my boy Blue. Blue, Spears, Mims, Higgins, Gesicki, good. Fanning, Wicks, Komet, Tutu Atwell, Dyke. I always fucking Dyke. I always think of Scarface. Put your fingers in a dike, man. What? And Curtis Samuel, Dawson Knox, Disley. It's not too shabby of a bench. Mims, Higgins, Gesicki. Those are probably the main reasons why I'm going to give this a B+. Because mainly, it's like, how many guys do I think are going to crack your starting lineup, like at least a couple weeks, and that's kind of how I grade the bench. So we'll call that a B. And yeah, I know. And this is your first one, so I want to make sure that like you understand. And yeah, like, let's see. So it was a B, then a B-, then a B, then another B, and then a B-. So what would this boil down to? So it was really, I mean, there's 3 B's and 2 B-. So everything kind of goes off of 85. That's like kind of right, like in the middle, and like this one's going to be just to the south. But yeah, this one it's going to be, I mean, most of your stuff was a B, and that's kind of like, on par where you want to be. And so I would say this one's an 84 overall. So not as bad as you were probably thinking initially. And Rob said, Abdul Carter, I don't give a fuck. Hold on. Where is it?
I'll smoke it with you, bro.
Oh, dang it. Where do I have it on here? Dang it. I guess I don't. I thought I did, where the drop from Grandma's Boy, where he's like, I'll smoke it with you, bro. He's like, we'll go to the loony bin together. I don't give a fuck. And even being a AA fan, waiting on Parsons. Yeah, right. And he said B+ and then B and B- now, and all good though. Well, no. So what those are, when I'm saying the grades, it's the grades of the position. So it was a B. That was your QBs, and then the next B, then it was a B- for your RBs, and then it was a B for your wide receivers, and then it was a B for your IDP, and then it was a B- for your bench. So that was kind of the way that I had to start doing this, because like it was getting stale the way that I was doing it before, and now we kind of grade it position by position, and then I kind of average it all the way out. But yeah, 84, not bad at all for the first time. Yeah. And see, what makes your team go down quick, just like injuries, just everything. Sometimes schedule, you have a bad schedule, but this, it's called game against the median, and where you play one game against your head-to-head opponent and one game against the entire league. So in any given week, you could go 2-0, you could go 1-1, or you could go 0-2. So it makes it to where even if you lose a couple games early, you're still not out of the playoff hunt. You know, like those leagues where like you lose a couple games and then like you're automatically out of the playoff hunt. Not like that. Like unless your team is really, really sucking, it is going, you know, you go on a little run mid-season or towards the end of the season, you can still make it. And Giant said, hey, Adam Sandler, can we get a short film about Dante and Alex smoking a Jeffrey? That'd be super cool. Yeah, come on, Adam Sandler, you motherfucker. You're making that weed smoking movie or TV show with Jim Carrey. Let's get something going with Dante. Peace out, Tony. So thanks for the insight. Greatly appreciate it. Have a good night. Peace out, my brother. And we'll see you for the next one. Don't forget, we're drafting every day. Okay. So we got K2, then Derek, then Rob, then Crispy. Let me smoke this bowl, and then we're going to get into K2's. Derek is next. Then Rob, then Crispy. All right, here we go.
That was cold-blooded. I'm rich, bitch. I'm Rick James, bitch. Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
I don't know why I just went through all the Chappelles. But I'm going to be more conscious about using the soundboard, okay?
Dollar bills, y'all. I play real sports, not trying to be the best at exercising. This is a real job. It's not like teaching kids. Can't get fucked up. I know all this, okay? But I do like hearing it, so go on. Listen here, you beautiful bitch. I'm about to fuck you up with some truth.
Oh, wow. You better be shitting me.
Atlanta, you're fucking out.
Last comment. If I shave off my beard, I'm told I look like Adam Sandler. True story. Nice. Have a good one, bro. We'll catch you later. Whew. That was a good bowl. All right. Started it off with Mr. Josh Allen.
Wild Stallion!
The Stallion. Allen Goff. Ooh, fell off a cliff, though. Aaron Rodgers. Hey, look. After you drafted Aaron Rodgers, you got Flacco. There you go. So there might be your third starter. I wonder what the fuck's going to happen with Rodgers. Just like it's taking like just way too long. All right. Someone said we got a trade in one of these leagues. Let me see if they tagged me. Yes, they did. Oh, cool. An IDP trade. Cool. Big tons. Let's see. Cool. A lot of IDP players moving in these two trades. I'll read them out real quick so you guys can hear them. And then we'll get back to your team K2. TJ Watt and Ernest Jones for Grady Jarrett, Trayvon Walker, Kyle Hamilton, and Jalen Carter. Cool. And then the other one, Nick Bolton, Jamison Williams, Braylon Allen for Singleton, Justice Hill, Marvin Mims, and a 108. Cool. Cool. And what Rodgers has to boof a whole pound of Special K to make his decision. He's only 6 ounces in so far. Yeah. And no matter what, if he doesn't get to a team soon, because now we're talking, you know, I mean, this is like the offseason, like OTAs that's about to like happen, like right now. And like, I know that it like sucks if it's not happening where you're at, but it's also like your time to build rapport with your players. And like, you know, if you're not there during these times, it's just like that, you know, it's different if you've already been there years and years and you've been working with these guys for years and years, but wherever he goes is not going to be familiar territory. So yeah, that just, it doesn't make sense for someone as smart as Rodgers. I wonder why he, why he doesn't like go to OTAs. I know he like spends his time doing like ayahuasca, but like, why can't he do that earlier in the year? Like, I don't know. Okay. Where the hell did I leave off at? Okay. Well, actually, we were still on the QBs. I didn't even grade your QBs yet. But you got that prima donna biatch Aaron Rodgers over there. So, like, man, that automatically makes me want to like drop it down a little bit.
Bye-bye, lard ass.
Motherfucker. Just hurry up, Aaron Rodgers, and make your goddamn decision. I have him on so many dynasty teams. Like, I'm so pissed at him. But I mean, the Stallions an A, Jared Goff's like a solid B, and like, I feel like no matter what, whoever's the third QB, like they're only gonna weigh the grade for the QBs down like so much. So I think I'm gonna give that a B plus for the QBs. RBs, Jacobs, Connor, Harris. That it. Just those three. Just those three. I'll call it a B. Wide receiver is Brian Thomas. Damn, AJ Brown at the 5-1, man. Like, that's nice. And then Devontae Adams and George Pickens and Cooper Kupp would be in the mix on that as well. I mean, it's crazy that you got AJ Brown in the 5th. Like, it was 1 or 2 drafts ago whenever I was drafting when I got AJ Brown at like, I don't know, somewhere in there. I feel like it was like real similar. Damn, I mean, because it's Brian Thomas and AJ Brown who are the main guys, and like what I'm like, it's like I'm thinking like, are they enough to bring this all the way up to a B plus? That's kind of when I'm just sitting here in silence. That's what I'm thinking and pondering. Like, are these guys like good enough to raise everybody to a B plus? And like Devontae Adams, I mean, he's kind of like a B guy to me. George Pickens is like a B minus guy. Same with Cooper Kupp is like a B minus guy. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna give it a B plus for the wide receivers. IDP. Zach Bond, nice start. Fuck. Aiden Hutchinson. Amazing start to your IDP, because no way he should have fell that far. Derwin James, Azeez Al-Shaair. Kind of goes off a cliff there really quick, though. Azeez Al-Shaair and Nick Bosa. Those are the top 5. And then Yvonne Pace, Peyton Wilson, Alontae Taylor. Very nice. McKinney, Dorian Williams, Mo Rig, Davis Gaither. Stafford to Adams could go bananas. Man, I hope so, right? I hope so. Ryder's got a broom stuck up his ass, auditioning for the witch doctor in the new Ace Ventura. That's funny. So how many IDPs did you get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. I mean, it's Zach Bond and Aiden Hutchinson. Those are the 2 guys where I'm like, these are your anchors. Like Derwin James, he's kind of fallen off being that IDP anchor. I'm going to give it a B. And bench. Where's the bench kicking? It's amazing. There's a broom with his head and all that ketamine up there already. Yeah. Ingram kicks off the bench. Then Coleman, Palmer, Trey Benson, Theo Huxtable Johnson, Calvin Austin, Will Shipley, Darius Slayton. Hmm. It's crazy because Ingram almost by himself, I feel, is like one of those guys who can like make your bench average a B. I think that's what we're going to put there. I wonder if we can get Evan Ingram or Schmevin Schmingram this year. And I'm just trying to think of last year. Like, I just don't remember Bo Nix like being like all insane for the tight end, but you also had bums at the tight end. So like now I just feel like, you know, guy like Evan Ingram, like why would you not dial up plays like for him? So I'm gonna say a B. So B minus on the bench, and so what did that end up being? It was a B plus for the QB. A B for the RBs, a B plus for the wide receivers, a B for the IDP, and a B minus for the bench. So we got the QBs and the wide receivers bringing the average up, and then the running backs and IDP maintaining the average. And I mean, the bench, I mean, like I said, when the bench is a B plus, it's kind of neutral. So yeah, I think this is it's gonna be an 87 overall. There we go. All right, good shit, K2. And Derek, you the man, Derek. You must have been all over the place for a while because you've been we haven't seen you around for a little bit. Starts off with Saquon. I knew he was gonna fall to you. I knew it. All right, so let's see. So Baker, Stafford, and Cam Ward. Also Kirk Cousins, super late. Danny Pesos, super late. Hate number one, but made the most of it. Yeah. You know, the most championships are won out of the number one spot, right? I don't know if you knew that. That's crazy how that works. The number one spot produces the most championships. I believe he said, "Yeah, man, been all over, and I'm tired." Back and forth to Connecticut, or just even more all over than that. So, got a couple good backups. I mean, Cam as a number 3. I'm never super excited about that. But Mayfield and Stafford, I mean, they're at least going to be a B. So we'll just call it a B. And yeah, Cam Ward and the others are not going to lower the average up like really at all. Running backs, Barkley, Kyren, Caleb Johnson, and Jalen Warren. I'm going to call it a B plus. Wide receivers, Neighbors, Godwin, Waddle, Debo Samuel, and that's it. Another trades galore going on right now. Man, this guy totally traded Jonathan Taylor for less than what I offered him. I swear I offered him more for Jonathan Taylor. Now I gotta go see. Did I offer him more? Nah, it probably wasn't more. All right. Okay, so where was that? I was on the wide receivers. Neighbors, Godwin, Waddle, Debo. I'm gonna give it a B plus. I mean, just having a guy like Neighbors and Godwin as your two anchors. That's nice. And so what was that? It was a B plus, and a B plus. Okay. IDP. Derek waited a long ass time for IDP. Hendrickson, Kendricks, Leonard Williams, Dodson, Kaiser White, Devin Bush. Devin Bush sucks. I know he's going to take over for Joker. He sucks. Then Brian Burns, Nixon, Xavier Woods.
X gon' give it to you. What?
Overshown, Rousseau, Tavai, Bradley Chubb, Seiler. How would I grade? I'm gonna give it a B. And bench Strange, Downs, Rashad White, Zach Ertz, Thielen, Wan'Dale Robinson, Cedric Tillman, Hunter Henry. That's all defense after that, right? Yeah. Okay. So, man, I would say kind of spaced a little bit there, but I would say that mainly it's the top part of your bench that is I mean, that's what's bringing up the average. I mean, I like Thielen and Wan'Dale Robinson, Cedric Tillman. I mean, yeah, they're just kind of whatever, but yeah, it's like is it a B or is it a B minus? That's kind of what that's kind of what I'm debating on here. And that and work, and then been back to CT. Okay, this weekend. All right. Yeah, but come on, man. Don't act like it ain't a good time when you go over there. You know you'd be fiending to go over to Connecticut. It is a great bench, but yeah, we're talking the bench here. We are. Yeah. We're gonna call it a B minus. Yeah, you know it. I know, Derek. Come on, I know. You be fiending to go to Connecticut. And yeah, we're gonna call that a B minus. We're gonna call that a B minus. So let's see. It was a B plus, a B plus, a B. And then just because it's true, and a B minus. Okay, so I mean, your skill positions killed it. I mean, that's what's bringing up the average all the way, really. And yeah, man, we've had some good drafts in this one. This is gonna fall on the 87 overall as well. Man, I mean, killer. Really well rounded, not too many bad spots. Not too many bad spots at all. Okay. And sorry, Derek. We're all friends here. If people don't know what I'm talking about, it doesn't matter. Me and you know. All right. Rob is next, then Crispy. I gotta smoke a bowl after that one. That's just funny. All right. Fun Sunday. And yeah, Yeah, fantasy football. It keeps our Sundays going during the season, outside the season as well. All right. Here we go, Rob. This draft was a fucking insane draft for QB, let me tell you. And it's been like that recently where some of these QBs just going super fucking crazy. And I don't know if you guys remember last year, but do you remember last year? It was like kind of the same thing, but it instead of like right now, it's like the 4th and the 5th round. It was like the 1st and the 2nd round. It would be like the 1st and the 2nd round. People would be going QB fucking insane. But yeah, it doesn't always work out the best. I don't know. Like, I mean, there's a lot of different strategies that you can have, but it's like if you pick the guys who get hurt, like then it fucking sucks no matter what you do. All right. QBs for Rob, Bo Nix, and Gino. Any other QBs? Ewers, Howard, and Aiden O'Connell. Rob said if the previous bench was a B+, I'm in trouble. Well, the difference between a B+ and a B is insane. The difference between a B+ and a C+, it might not be that much, but because yeah, it's really like, I don't know, B- and C+ are kind of like really close in my eyes, but it's like B- to a C. That's where it's all fucking, that's a huge drop off. But your bench has to be like super stacked to be a B. Pretty stacked. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, so mainly this grade is based on Bo Nix and Gino. It's either seeing Bo Nix is a B and Gino's a B- in my eyes. So I guess if it's like if I'm on the fence because it's only 2 of them and I like B or B-, which is graded down, so it'd be a B-. And then the running backs, Tracy and ETN. Damn, that's all you got as your starters, just Tracy and ETN. I guess would Scatterbo count? No, Scatterbo wouldn't count. It would just be the top 10 that are your starters here. Damn, dude, that's not good. I'm gonna say C because of like no depth in the starters, like only having 2, and then like I would say 2 close to like bottom of the barrel NFL starters like right now. Because I mean Tracy should take the jump over Singletary, but I guess we don't know. And Travis Etienne, they still have one of the fucking worst lines, but one of the things, it's crazy how late he went though, but that's kind of been a trend of him just getting drafted later and later. It's just their line fucking sucks. And grab some 25% Durbin at the store today. Nice. Durbin's always solid. But wide receivers and pass catchers, though, this is where you spent all your money at. Jefferson, Amon-Ra, McBride, JSN, Myers, Ridley. I mean, that's an A for that. For that position group. So what was it? B-, C, and A. IDP. Bobby Wagner, Robert Spillane, noise. Cashman, noise. Patrick Queen, noise. She's a killer queen. Jeremy Chin, I think that's going to be nice with the Raiders. I mean, it was nice with Washington last year. And then Edmonds, Landman, Will Anderson, Abdul, you got Carter, you got Abdul, and Taylor Rapp. Check this out.
Hey, what's up? This is Taylor Rapp, and you are listening to the IDP Expert Fantasy Football Hustler.
Top 3 our money. Queen, way above average. Chin, I'd say above average, not way above average, but above average. Edmonds, average. Landman kind of sucks. Will Anderson, he's probably average. Abdul Carter, probably average at best for right now, just because we haven't seen it yet. And then Taylor Rapp, he's probably average. If everyone's taking RBs early, where do you get your advantage? Well, you definitely got your advantage, but it's like you also, like, I don't even know who I would have taken. But maybe Montgomery, but like if you would have taken instead of, because you already had your advantage at like wide receiver and like one of your flex spots because of McBride right away, and then you already were decent with quarterbacks. When you went quarterback, it's you going wide receiver, running back, wide receiver, running back. If you would have went like running back, then wide receiver, that's even better. But like, out of those like 4 picks where you went wide receiver, running back, you could have went like all 4 running backs right there, and that probably would have tipped the scales a little bit more to where it made your team that much better. Because like your running backs are just kind of bad, with Tracy and Etienne. I mean, they kind of suck. I mean, we'll see what your bench looks like and how many like of what you how you kind of back them up. But that's how I would have think that you would have improved that part, is like gone the running backs first and maybe gone like 3 of them like right there in a row, or 4 in a row, and you still get Etienne right in that same spot. Because because your wide receivers are already on point. If you just had Jefferson, Amon-Ra, Trey McBride, and Calvin Ridley, that's still an A. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, JSN and Jacoby Myers are just like icing on the cake and really good like flex spots. But Tracy and Etienne are like locked in at your running back spot. Like, you didn't even have anybody in the starters. We haven't even, we're not even gunning on to the bench yet. But there's nobody in your starters right there to make it to where Tracy or Etienne are just like random flex guys, Like if you would have went, like I said, Montgomery or Hampton, instead of JSN, maybe Connor. And then who comes after that? I mean, not really that. I mean, even I guess Aaron Jones wouldn't have even got to you, but who would it have been? Caleb, Pacheco. Like, I mean, I know Pacheco isn't the best, but like if you had Pacheco on your team in the 8-5, he makes more of a difference to your team than Jacoby Myers does, if that makes sense, because like your team is hella RB needy, but that's kind of my that's my food for thought on because I know this probably happens a lot, when like you feel like you're not getting value at a certain position and then you keep kicking the can like down the street, but like if you kick the can too far down the street, sometimes it fucking goes in the gutter, and like like that's kind of what happened with Tracy and Etienne, and I know you know that, but like yeah, that's my food for thought though. Like yeah, there's certain spots where you must draft for need and not like best where you must draft a little bit for team need and not just for best player available. So wait, did I grade the bench? I graded the IDPs. That's what I'm talking about. I grade the IDPs. If I did not, I'm grading the IDPs. I'm grading the IDPs a B. And then the bench would start with Scatterbo, Bigsby, Kyle Williams, Pitts, Corum, Otten. I like getting the tight ends on the bench. I mean, it's easier because of the tight end premium. It's easier for them to score more than the other guys. Will it happen all the time? Fuck no. But it is easier for them. Leggett and Coker. J.K. Dobbins. Mitchell. Whittingham. Horton, here's a who. And see, and like Bigsby, Kyle Pitts, Kate Otten, the combo of Leggett and Coker, like all those guys make me bring this from a C plus to a B minus. So I think your bench is a B minus as well. Because there's a lot of guys on the bench who like they're so far down that they're just like neutral that I don't like really like put them into play. And like I am looking at the quantity, but it's more like the quality of like a handful of guys that are on your bench. So we'll call that a B minus. So it was B minus for the QB, C for the RB, A for the wide receivers, B for the IDP, and B minus for the bench. So it is the wide receivers that are bringing the average on everything up, and then we got. Let me see. So we got the IDP at a B, and then we got the bench at a B minus, and then we have the RBs at a C. And see, to me, when I'm grading this, like in my head and like averaging this out, to me, it's like the wide receivers like balance out the terribleness of the running backs. So yeah, it's like an A and a C, but those two kind of merge to like just a B for me, and like as much as they're bringing that, like, so then really it's like the quarterback's like bringing down the average as well. And yeah, all that turns us into an 83 overall. 83 overall. Still not bad. Still not bad at all. All right. Crispy. And don't forget to stay through the credits, guys. We just got one more team to grade. Where the fuck is Crispy? There we go. Okay. So Crispy with his Herbert, Darnold, and Young. Yuck to Young. Got all his guys. So because he got all his guys, that'll be a B. It'd be a B minus before getting all his backups. Well, there you go. See, we're on the same wavelength. See, I might go like a roundabout way in explaining a bunch of shit, but yeah. See, there you go. So you're saying there's a chance?
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah. It's a point total, right? Well, the way that I'm grading this is that what do you mean? I mean. The way that this plays out is that you play one game, a head-to-head matchup, and then one game against the league every single week. So you actually play 2 matchups per week, and it's based on your point total, but it's not a running point total. It's based on based on your overall record. There we go. My dart throw for today. Thanks, bro. Appreciate you, bro. You the man, Rob. Appreciate you for hopping in and being a degenerate like all of us, because I love it. Like, I never thought that I would meet as many degenerates as I've met, because like there's literally only one person who I've played fantasy football with for like, I don't know, maybe 15 plus years, like that hang out with me and like in this community is Zoo Crew, and that's it. Outside of that, I always felt like I was just way more of a degenerate than my friends, like with all this. So like I'm glad that I could find like people who like are degenerates just like me. I knew that you guys were out there. Okay, so here goes Crispy. So it was a B. Running backs: Bijan, Derrick Henry, Cook, and Guanendo. I mean, it's an A. I mean, Guanendo doesn't even really matter. And wide receiver, and Derek said, "We here, bro. Fuck yeah, man. Hell yeah. So glad." And Derek, man. And see, it's even crazier because like even the way that you found me, Derek, when I did the one time that I collabed with old boy, and I whenever I collab with anybody, I make sure to smoke weed on there. You know, like I have to. It's what I do. And look at that, man. And you were like, "What? Someone who's into weed and fantasy football? I'm there. I'm there." It's fucking awesome, man. And see, it's what I've always been looking for. More people who like love to smoke weed and love to play fantasy football and love the competition, man. Yeah, there you go. The catch. There we go. That's what it is. It's an ugly wide receiver core, Crispy. Let me tell you, Dunze, Worthy, Shakira, and JMO. I mean, dude, just JMO just looks so ugly in like the starting wide receiver core. I'm give it a B. And then Sherwood, Olakun, Jack Campbell, Benito. Hey, and he got in the zone. Get in the zone. Ain't no zone. Rosenboom, Landry, Karloftis, Zach Allen. Why do you draft Zach Allen so early, Crispy? Why? Can you fucking explain it to me? Why, you son of a bitch? And then Kyle Duggar, Jalen Thompson. Okay. It's like a B plus. I don't know if I can give it an A, but it's a B plus. And then Stevenson, crazy how you were able to get him that late. Freiermuth, nice. And then Braylon Allen, Raheem Mostert, Roman fucking Wilson, man. It's taking the value out of everybody, Crispy. Just taking the value out of everybody. And then Tyler Lockett, Brandon Cooks, De'Ami Brown. What's his first name? Jordan, right? Jordan James. Yeah, Jordan James. And what's Travis Etienne's little brother's name? Trevor Etienne. There we go. And keeping you motherfuckers from getting them. You motherfucker, Crispy. What up, Brian? Shout out to Snoop the Whoop. What up, bro? We're on the last team that we got that we're grading here. I'm gonna say there's enough firepower here to make this a B minus. So B, A, B, B plus, B minus. So this will end up being this is gonna end up being an 87. It's a high-end 87 right here. Hell yeah. Woo! All right. Don't forget, guys, we got some new shirts. These shits are fire. You got to let everybody know. They draft with you. They're going to Snipe City, baby. Got to represent it. Go to 420crewmerch.com and go grab one. There's 3 different versions. We got this one. We got this one. And then we got this one. So 2 black t-shirt options and then 1 white t-shirt option. I love black t-shirts. So like I'm probably going to always like design more of these for like black t-shirts. But yeah, go pick one up today. This one's my favorite out of all of them. Like this, this shirt's awesome. So 420crewmerch.com. There's a whole bunch of t-shirts on there. Go support, go check it out. So I'm in these random free leagues with a bunch of similar dudes, and 2 of them got their sleeper deleted. What do we think of this? Would you let their new account back into the league? Well, so the only, okay, I'm not saying that people can't lie and get people's sleepers account deleted, because I bet you can. But the last time that somebody, peace out, Derek. Thanks for coming through, bro. You the fucking man. I'm gonna smoke a bowl for everyone who's chilling right now before we get out of here. So when this happened to me this year, when someone's sleeper account was deleted, I allowed him back in. He said that it was that it was someone who lied on him and said that he kicked someone out of the league or whatever, like after paying. But I don't know. He said that the dude was lying and that he never even paid and the league didn't start yet. And the guy was just like pissed that he got kicked out of the league or something. I don't even know. But yeah, so the only time that it happened, because I don't know of him doing anything shady, you know. And like I always tell people, like there may be people who put league invites in like league chats that I'm in. I take no credibility. Like I say that nobody should join any league that I'm not commissioning, because I know 1,000,000% for a fact that I'm paying out all the winners. I don't know how everyone else conducts business, you know, like I don't. So I vouch for nobody ever. Like it doesn't even matter. Like I vouch for nobody, because like if something bad happens, I don't want to take like any kind of responsibility for anything that anybody else does. It's too hard to manage my own leagues versus like taking credibility for like, you know, anybody else doing something. So yeah. So especially the free leagues though, like I mean, who cares? Like let them back in. Yeah. If it was a paid league or something and they were doing shady shit and they were a commissioner, like who the fuck knows? Like one thing that I do know is that if you piss someone off, complaints could be made and like just all types of shit. And like I just don't want to deal with any kind of bullshit. All right, we're smoking one bowl. All right, and I got another Dynasty League that started, another $30 Superflex Dynasty. Cheers to the crew. Cheers to you, Snoop Da Whoop, for your dab. Let's get it. Hits from the bone.
So put that in your pipe and smoke it. Roll a fatty for this pimp daddy.
Let me hit that bong. That bong, 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 bong.
All right. Fire 'em up.
Bong hit. Man, ain't nothing wrong with smoking weed. Weed is from the earth. God put this here for me and you. Take advantage, man.
Don't give me that shit about it's a drug. It ain't no motherfucking drug. I done the research. It's just a plant. It just grow like that. And if you should happen to set it on fire, there are some effects.
That was my thought about it. It's a free league. One of these guys wasn't even a commission any leagues. Other was a commission a few, but talked to him, felt the reasoning was sound. Just wanted to throw the topic out there for everyone. Yeah, for sure. I mean, shit literally happened to me, or not to me, but happened to a manager of one of the leagues that I commish. Same shit happened. Yeah. I let him back in. It didn't cross my mind because I didn't know of him doing anything shady like with any leagues that I was in. All right. Don't forget to stay through the credits, guys. It's an updated one if you guys are paying attention. and I appreciate you. And we got another draft tomorrow, and every single draft is going to start being at 6 o'clock West Coast time. Sometimes the Saturday, Sunday ones, they'll fill up quick, and then sometimes they won't fill up fast enough. And, you know, maybe if they start filling up fast, maybe we'll start getting 2 drafts or something, you know, that happen on a Saturday or Sunday. But yeah, and if you guys aren't a 420 Crew member on Patreon, make sure you get over there. It is 420crew.com, and then also go to fantasyfootballhustler.com so you can check me out everywhere that I am, all across social media, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Defense on me.
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. If they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm going to take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played the Titans.
Here comes the, 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 here comes the. Y'all don't really want it now.